सबको मेरा नमस्कार. This is International Master and FIDE Senior Trainer Sekhar Sahu welcomes you on behalf of Sports Authority of Gujarat and Gujarat State Chess Association to this intermediate training session. So today my topic is only about end game and find good moves, some king pawn end games, and then I will give you this is practical king pawn end games. And then I will give you some simple studies. Hmm. Hello, Birabhadra Singh, Kiara Mehta, Om Desai. This position is black to play. Position is black to play. I mean, white has two double pawn, black has two double pawn. Both have pass pawn, but black king is very active in the center. So black has a better chance. How should black play? I give time because it is end game. One should not be in a hurry. You have to analyze and find out. Hello, Suyak Patel, Om Desai. Now you are responsible in end game. You have to be very careful. So Om Desai wants to play King F3. Okay, King F3 is a good move, taking space and restricting White King. So White will play now B4, trying to fix the Queen side. Yes, Om Desai, you now have to make a plan. King F3 was very natural and correct move. But what now? Hello, Rishabh Month. Rishabh Month, welcome. Vatsal Parikh, good morning. Hello, Paris Kumar. Good morning. Now, King F3 B4. End game. Always you have to find fine moves, excellent moves, and there is no second choice. The point is, in middle game, you can go for attack, you can go play positionally, you can consolidate. But end game, the method is important. There is no choice. Sometimes we are going to a very narrow road gradually. Om Desai says F6. Okay, okay, very good move. F6. Now, white is in Zugzwang. He cannot move the king. White move is forced. So, white has nothing better than H4. What now? So, naturally, this is forced move. Your pawn is running away. So, move is forced. Now, black will play king. Once again, black's move is forced. There is nothing better to think. So, he will take king into pawn. King into pawn. Okay? What else? Now, white will approach the pawn. All this is are all force moves. What should you do now? On the side, okay, it is this position is black to play. So Om Desai is correct now. His answer is Om Desai. Congratulations for finding correct. Now King G5 will draw. Suppose there is a choice. You can only go for here or here. So King G5 is draw. If you go King here, it is a draw because he will play waiting move and waiting move. And now a critical moment. You have to play the correct move. King E2. King F2 will lose the game. King F2 will lose. After King F2, he will come King, and now he is very much in control of the pawn. Very much in control. So this is gone. So that is why you have to play here King E2 to meet King E4 with King F2. King F2 draw. Now black has to watch the H passer just in time. Again King he has to waiting. He has to play King E5, King E2 draw. Draw. So this is important. That is why at this moment King G5 will draw. King G5 is a bad move. So this is good for a draw. This is good for a win. Win. Now you will. The question is time. Question is white cannot have a free hand. He has to capture the pawn. In the meanwhile, these two moves, black will come and now winning the pawn, winning. The point is now he has created a pass pawn in advance, forced. Now, even though white will queen first, black will win the game. All of you know queen versus queen, active king and passive king. White queens first, but check. Now check, 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 check. King a7 is mate in one, or king a4, a5 mate in one. So only move. Now here it is a checkmate. This is checkmate. Here also checkmate. And now if you come here, check. And this is simplest way. So the whole point is active king, passive king, and king pawn endgame is something like arithmetic. It is like arithmetic. White to play and win. Actually, it is not winning, but winning chances. It is not winning, but correct play, it might draw. But what should white do now? This position, white has to make attempt to win the game. But however, black can save at right move at right time. Dayanand Samarthi. I, I think it is Vires. It is Vires, I think. So the correct move is h4. You have a choice to play g4 or h4. Now g4 or h4 is the choice. So correct choice is to play h4. If you play g4, g5 is a draw. Suppose you play g4, this is a draw, equal. No win. There is no win. Because of the extra tempo always. So king side is almost closed. Draw. Now this. Again, not the mistake KB3. This is a mistake. KB3 will lose the game. I will play king. To meet king, again king. Draw. Now king is away from the g pawn. So king is one step away from the g pawn. So or h pawn. This is draw. That is why g4 is a bad move. Throw away the win, h4. So the correct move is to play h4. So he will play h6. And now g4. He will play g5. b4 is losing. b4 you take and pawn push, and now it is winning because when you take the pawn, suppose you take the pawn, take, and now you come, I will come here, take, and now white is much faster. White will go for the pawn quicker. White will now take the pawn quick before black could come to the defense. So he cannot take. So here this is before bad move. So he plays pawn push, and now king e4. A critical moment. Hello, Parth Kuntal Raval. This position is a critical moment for black. Sometimes it looks hopeless, but it is resources are there. Now, how should black play? How should black play now? So Vires says king c6. What else you can do? You have two, three variations. You can play king c6 or pawn b4 or any other move. So, hello Akshar Jala. So there is an answer by Vires. He says king c6. So do you all agree with that? King c6? Yes. There comes the correct answer from Paris Kumar. Congratulations. The only correct move to save the game is c3. All other moves loses. Here you can play b4, that is losing. King c6 will losing. The only move. For example, if you play b4, you will take and king. And now king zugzwang. Zugzwang. You have to play kb3, kb3, kb5. Now winning the pawn and then after the winning the game. This now it is very quick winning. So you cannot play b4 here. You cannot play b4. Even if you play king c6, it turns out the same thing. You will come here and now you come and now I will play a4. It is winning. It is winning the game. So zugzwang will come. So here that is the reason here the correct move is to play c3. Choice is limited. You have to take it. Now king. Now this is the point of draw that he will win the pawn. Now white will go for king f5. King f5, king c3. Now king takes. Now king. Now the point is, it is you have to move the king. You have to move the 1 and 4. 5 moves. He has to take 1 and 4. 5 moves. Same thing. Queen, queen, draw. So you move the king. Of course, you should not go to the queening diagonal. Queening diagonal, you should go king. He will take. Now we have got 4 moves. Queen, queen, draw. Draw. So well done, Paris Kumar. So C3 is a wonderful move. It's not easy to find such moves, you know. In the heat of the battle, ping pawn endgame, a player will not give a pawn. That is the correct move. Okay. All right. Let's go to the another one. This position, what I mean to say, it is white to play. Again, a very tricky. These are not easy position because you know already black has two pass pawns. What should white do? First of all, you need to evaluate can white save the game. I mean, black has two connected pawns. So can white save the game? Or is that white is winning? Hello, Devers. Welcome. Samdani and Samdani. Brother, sister, welcome. Yeah, this position, black has two pass pawns. So is it a draw or is it black winning or white winning? White to play. Hello, Suresh Bhai Chawda. Suresh Bhai Chawda. Good morning. Suresh Bhai Chawda, E4 is not the best move. E4 is not the best move. Not the best move. Okay. Viresh says white wins. All right. You support what you want to do, Viresh, now. So Viresh says A4. All right. A4. Black will play H5 because pass pawn for pass pawn. Very good. Congratulations, Viresh. Now the point is creating an outside pass pawn. You know what white is looking for a diagram. It is very important. White is looking for a particular concept. Otherwise, A5 is a bad move because there is a danger that black king will come D6 and C6. There is a danger, and there are ready-made pass pawns. Now these pass pawns will keep the white king tied down, and there is a threat coming. But here the point is white is looking for a typical pawn concept. This one break. Now king. Again, you need to find correct moves. You need to find the correct move. There is a S passer. Don't forget about S pass pawn. Yes, Suresh bhai, A5 is correct. But what next now? Several times critical moments come. Several times. Note that the H passer, your white king is confined, square. Right now this is the square. Right now this is the square. And if once the pawn comes, then this will be the square. Once the pawn advances, then this is the square. So you better be careful. So home they say d5 check. Okay, d5 check, the king will come. What will you do? What would you do now? Hello, Marth Godani, good morning. Veerabhadra Singh says, now d6, king c6, b5. You want to create two pass pawns. Veerabhadra's plan is two pass pawn, not correct. Veerabhadra, not correct. D6 is good for a draw. The pawn move d6 is good for a draw. D6 does not win. It is draw. Dennis Gambit. It is a draw. Dennis Gambit cannot win. So if your opponent is 600, you should play Dennis Gambit. But with correct play, it is a draw. 600 rating, you can easily win. Easily win. Dennis Gambit, Goring Gambit. All Gambit is very strong against low rated. 600 plus cannot understand. Manish Radia, King E5. Not the best move. Not the best move. No, no. Now this position, not d6. D6 is a draw. King e5 also does not win. King e5 does not win. Yes, there comes Suresh Bhai Chawda. Suresh Bhai Chawda, King f4. This does not win, or this does not win. The correct move. The point is, now the black king is in zugzwang. Black cannot take the pawn. Black cannot take the pawn queens. Black cannot. This is zugzwang. But d6, what happened? I will take the pawn d6. Check. I will take it. Then you push. This is a draw. You come here, pawn push. You come here, pawn push, draw. The king will just oscillate. King will oscillate, draw. So d6 does not win. And if you play king e5, also does not win. King e5, I will push the pawn. Now you push the pawn. Now I am having come king. You come here, I push the pawn. Hey, is it winning? No. Push, push, queen, queen. It doesn't win. Hey, this is skewer is there. So here skewer is there. King e5 wins. King e5. You have to push the pawn. Push the pawn. Push the pawn. Push the pawn. Is it not getting mated? No. I want to see. No. This is okay. Draw. So king e5 does not win. Neither you play d6 does not win. The correct move is king f4. The king is in zugzwang. The only move. Lost. Whatever you do, it is lost. So very well played. Combined. Okay, next. Okay, what to do now? White to play. White to play. Work out. I will write back. What happened? Hello, Kribia. Good morning. Find out white to play. How very careful. How should white play here? Yeah. So what is the answer? I was not there in yesterday afternoon. Did you discuss King Fianchetto? No, no, no. Yesterday was my off day. There was no class yesterday. I will discuss King Fianchetto after I finish this end games. King D5 is winning. No, 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 no. King D5 is not winning. Vires, it is not winning. Hello, Sritu Nandi. Good morning. Vires, the correct move is King D5. And it is good for a draw, not win. King D5 will draw the game. After King D5, it is a draw. You know, it is equal because after here, on push, then King, he will push and it is a draw. Not King D7. Not King D7. This is bad move. The King will enter. So, he will not allow. It's a draw. Repetition. And King come to E6, King D8. King D8. Draw. Remis. Now, this is bad move. If you play now here, this is bad. And now again, this is winning. So, one has to be very accurate. Very accurate. Here, the correct move is a draw. But in the game, actual game, he played bad move. He played King F6, pawn F6. This is losing. King D5 should have taken, he should have satisfied with a draw. King D5 draw. I told you King D5 is a draw. Okay, I will again repeat. I will repeat again. King D5 A6. Now King He will also not allow h4, king, pawn push. Now is a critical moment. Now is a critical moment. Now if you play king here, the king will enter and white will win the game. So black should not allow the white king entry. He should play king to d7. Now king d5, again king. Now if you repeat, draw, or you try to enter, he will play king. No win. Now this is you have to play take, and now pawn push. By that time you come, this is enough. Enough. I will exchange the pawn. Take, and now this is easy draw. Okay, I will. What is the answer he is telling? What is the one Viresh says? What is the one Viresh is telling? King d5. What is the answer he is giving? A6, f4. F4 if you play here doesn't matter. Now if you play f4, it doesn't matter. I will play pawn push. h4. Now king drawn. You enter, I will come. Now if you push this take, and now pawn push. Pawn push. So by that time you come, he will dissolve the pawn. He will dissolve this pawn. By that time you come for this, the king will enter. Draw. So it is a draw only. Hello Moir Bhai, good morning. Moir Bhai, good morning, welcome. So here in the game, this is king d5 draw. But this is bad move. Over ambitious. White is hoping a pass pawn कुछ निकल जाएगा. Win अभी result निकल जाएगा black के लिए. आया take. Now this is all winning. And now the point is the pawn will queen. The pawn will queen and the king has to go here. Otherwise, he will be forced to the diagonal. That means you have to queen a pawn on this square, keeping a target. Black must queen on the a5. So, pawn push. You are forced to take. Otherwise, you are run out of square. Now, you create a pawn on the a line, a diagonal, a h1, diagonal a1, a1, h8 diagonal. So that now suppose you king. Now push. Now decoy the king. Now you come here to decoy the king to this bad square. Forced and queen check. Winning. So it is king d5 should have been saved. King d5 सीधा सीधा ड्रॉ था. हैं? आएगा कुछ नहीं, ये आएगा ड्रॉ. Here now the point is a player should be very careful. Okay, all right. Is that clear or anybody any question? 2018. Okay. Mohit stream. It was a funny video. It was funny. All right. Now this position, ambitious play, correct play, draw. But it is bad move, lost. Okay. So going to the next. This position is it is white to play. White to play here. Good morning, Jinal Jagnik. So you are not clear about the position. I want to ask you, what is the problem, Viresh? Viresh, now you f6 is the lost. You play king d5. Now you will play king to pawn to a6. You play king c5. You have nothing other than that. Now king c7. h5. Now this is a critical moment. Many players will now play this mistake and lost. This is a bad move. This is a good move. This is good for a draw. This is losing. So this is the point. This is the point. Draw. On push. Okay, b5, b4. You have to take it, no choice. And now take. Now king is easy. This is because the king will reach the magic square. King takes pawn, king. Now you king come. This is enough to draw. Enough to draw. You can reach anywhere, any of the square draw. Because it is a rook pawn. Okay, next one. So white to play, white plays a4. b5 makes no difference. Ultimately b5, because you will run out of squares anyway. Because the pawn is watching the squares. The king has no entry. So b5 will play h5. No, it makes no difference. So the white has got winning chances. Why you want to draw the game? Why you want to draw the game? b5 will draw. So correct move a4. And now a5. Now a5. Now take and attack. So he will come. Now threat is coming b5. I want to enter attack. So forcing to stop. Now h5. Black is in zugzwang. The reason is white has tempi. White has got two extra moves. Black can never push the pawn. You cannot push the pawn, you lose the game. Two tempo. b5 is not correct. I will come back to b5. So here, now it is winning. The win is achieved because, the win is achieved very funny. Very funny win. Now queen will come. Both will queen, but uh, you will have king pawn endgame. The point is both will queen, but white can force a king pawn endgame. That is the win. It is not easy. It is very difficult to foresee all that. Pawn push, queen will come. Now white can force a king pawn endgame. Black cannot go to the b5. Black cannot go to the squares. He cannot go because of check. He cannot go to the square because after you go, okay, you go to king here anywhere, check. Now if you go here, check. You cannot go queen diagonal check, lost. You cannot go queen e4 check. Oh, yeah, I think queen e4 check is enough. Queen e4 is enough. So he's forcing a king pawn end. Now queen check. Why this check is winning? Why he has to play here only? You go square is there. Only move. Now check. The only move queen exchange whatever. So okay, I will come back to the position now. a4 is winning. You play b5. It is good for a draw because you do not have the break now. He will wait now. No win because now the king will oscillate. No entry. You play a4. I will ignore. I will wait. No win. You play now pawn push. I will wait. All the squares are guarded. He will just oscillate. So b5 is not the correct move. The correct move is to play a4. Now a5. You can't play b5. If you play b5, king c5 and king ab6 wins easily. Very easily. So you can't play b5. Now comes take, and now there is a threat. So only move. Now pawn push. Now zugzwang. It is a zugzwang. Now you allow the king entry is there. So only move. This is zugzwang. Hello, Meher Chaudhary. Kd3 queen f5. Yeah, you are right. So we go to the next diagram. King pawn endgame is the key. That this is the point. It looks like a draw because both will queen. But after that, white will have the move. Queen, white has the move. King pawn ending is forced. The only move, check. The only move, check. Whatever you do, king pawn ending. So many times from you reach queen ending, you have to look for king pawn endgame and placement mating attack sometimes. Okay, next. ये थोड़ा tricky है. This is also tricky. White to play. White has winning chance. Hello, Meher Chaudhary. Today's topic is end game. Today's entire session end game. At the end of the session, I will discuss King Queen set. End of the session, I will discuss King Queen set. There is 2-3 times he has requested. Today afternoon, no class. I have some appointment. Today afternoon, no class. So this session will long around maybe 2.5 hours instead of 2 hours. 2.5 hour, 3 hour, I will do it. करेंगे भाई. The, this position, white has the superior space and better game. So white has winning chances. ऐसे जीतेंगे. आई थिंक आई माइट हैव डन दिस. मुझे तो ऐसा लग रहा है ये रिपीटेशन है फिर भी. चलो करो. No, 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 no. Not king c5. Not king c5. You see, king c5 is not a threat. But if the pawn exchange, if this is here, it is so a idea. I want to now take and enter. I want to now take and enter. The pawn is target. If you go directly, you have to go again one more. Time, end game time is important because black also has a pass pawn. Black will come quickly and then this pawn will come. So time factor. So a4. Don't play h6. आपका target h6 में you know action. I want action. I want to take this, make it the weak pawn so that I come and give a threat. So a4 threat. You play b4. I play king c4 threat. Here better was to play king f5. Action. This is actually best move and now the position is okay, equal. Equal. This should be equal. But black made a bad move. Here instead of playing king f5, here a4, he played this bad move. Takes. What else? Whatever you do. Now draw. It is a draw. No more win. Takes king. Pawn push. Takes king. You have to take it because if you come king here, you will take pawn into and it is a draw. So you come here pawn into pawn kf6. I will play pawn e7 when king coming and draw. Suppose you come here, it is a draw. King here, I will come. Maybe I will come. It's a draw. By that time you play, I can take the pawn. The king will take this pawn, and I am very much in time for coming to the square. Sorry, very much in time coming to the square, magic square. You push the pawn or not. So it is a draw. That is why he has to play pawn push, pawn into pawn, king into pawn. Now you come. I will not allow the king. Now suppose you go back. Suppose you go back. I come. Or maybe you come here. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Takes. Now 1, 2, 3. You have to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am reaching quicker. Now 1, king, 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 king. Just in time. Hello Ramakrishna. Yes, D4 player should play E4. Young players, you should play both. I would say for young players to play E4 is very good because they will get used to the open games. When you play D4, you are not used to open line and attack. So D4 player becoming E4 is even better. And D4 player normally will go to D4 at the end of the career. Normally. Happened to Bobby Fischer, happened to Anatoly Karpov, Jonathan Anand. Or E4 players when became D4. Or Gary Kasparov. All E4 players became D4. So this is here. This is correct play. Here, no problem. On push, take. No entry. No entry. I will not allow. If you push this pawn, no problem. In this case, I will play king. Now you cannot push the pawn. Again I return. Or you go to king, I will return. My idea, I don't mind. Now you have got 6 moves. By that time you take 6 moves, seventh move and eighth move. I have got time. 1, 2 and quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ready. By that time you make 8 moves, your black king can come only to this point. Black can come only to this point, and white will win time. You see the race. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in time. Even if you one move delay, even if it is now here, still draw. So it is a draw. It is a draw only. Okay. So draw. But notice that he have to play A4, correct move. A4. This is the correct move. Okay. All right. I go to the next diagram. White to play. Okay. Bye, Ramakrishna. Very tricky end game. Very tricky end game. For pawn siege, but there are 2-3 good variations. You have to work out. The position is white to move. White has the move. Now there is a choice. White has to choose between these two squares. This is the correct square. This is bad square. You know, you know, this is bad move. King d4, natural. Normally a player will stay in center. But this is the correct move. Okay, let us see this first the bad move. Then he will come. He will play this. And now he will come. You take the pass pawn. But now the point is, black will not play mechanically king into pawn. He will make a fine move. Fine move. Now white is, now if you take the pawn, it is too slow. 1, 2, 3 to create or pass pawn. 3 moves. So he will speed up. He will speed up. But now why black will make him slow down. जाता कहाँ है, पहले इसको मारो, ये भाग जाएगा, अभी ये भाग जाएगा. तो स्लो डाउन मारना पड़ेगा. नहीं मारा तो कोई बात नहीं, हो गया काम. अभी को क्वीन क्वीन जाएगा, ये जाएगा क्वीन, ये क्वीन चला जाएगा. यू लूज द क्वीन. 1-2 कहीं भी जाओ, इधर भी जाओ, उधर भी जाओ, अभी ये जाएगा ये, बिकॉज बोथ द पॉन्स विल फॉल. So it is important that this position here, this is a wonderful move. अब ये मारेंगे तो स्लो गया, तो ये मार देगा, winning, creating faster pass pawn. So the correct move here is king to f3. Excellently played. You have nothing better, king. Pawn push check. Now e5. Wonderful. It is like a protected pass pawn because these two pawns are backward pawn. This pawn is a protected pass pawn. So black must return now. अभी moves, he will run out of moves. उसका मूव खत्म हो जाएगा. Again the correct move. You see, it is bad to play other moves. This is the perfect way, creating a zugzwang. Now, कुछ नहीं होगा. Forced. Otherwise, you play a5, I will play a4. So, a5, king e2 also wins. King e2 also wins. King e4 wins. So you can't play that move. So this is lost only. Lost. Now king has to stay in the square. King must stay in the square of the pawn. You cannot go. King has to stay in the square. That means you have to stay something. Whatever you do, it is lost. King b5. Zugzwang. Now you play a5. a5 is only move, but then a4. Whatever you do, it is winning. I think what is wrong? Oh, no. A4 is a mistake because A4 he will take and he can come here and you take the pawn, then it is not the best move. A4 is not correct move. Not correct move. If you do, it is not winning, I think. So the correct move is to play pawn push. You will push the pawn. Queen will check. The queen ending is winning. Now only move. Now check, check, and now check. The point is the queen is in an ideal place watching both the pawns. That means the king will come and this pawn will roll now. Black has no counter play. दोनों pawn को support दे रहा है, दोनों pawn को support है अभी. So चलेगा अभी, खत्म. एक दो 2-3 चेक आएगा, वो king घूम घूम के चला जाएगा. Lost. You'll run out of checks. B, for example, you will run out of checks. Check, एक और. Now the pawn has to move. अब ये check में मारे. Check, check, and now this pass check will go. Two pass pawns. White is playing with extra piece, practical. So this is all very tricky, but it one should understand the correct move was to play king f3 in the beginning. King f3, and then he has to find this fine move. These endings are little bit advanced, but anyway, I hope you understand two more endgames. Then I give you simple studies. White to play and win. Not easy. There are two themes are in this position. There are two themes are relevant. Yeah. Dayanand, Viresh says C4. I like the move. Correct move. Now, if you take the pawn, the king will come. If you take the pawn, the king will come, and now king will come. Now king here, a pawn push wins. You lose all these pawns. All these pawns will fall because of this pass pawns. The king is tied down, so he cannot take it. That means he has to support. I want him to push the pawn. I want, then the pawns are paralyzed. So this is a bad move. He will not push. He will give a support. And now again you have to find the correct plan. White wants black should push. Then there is no pressure. After he pushes the pawn, then there is no pressure. And then king will get a free hand to go. King will get a free hand. He will come here and then come here. Enter. So, pawn push, good move, good move. What to do now? Erase, correct move, king d2. Because the black king is tied down for the pawns. So, you play king d2. Correct. After this diagram, please show my, what is that? Trap. Show my trap. What is, I don't understand, Mohit. What is the trap? Okay. Now king here. So he will play king. Now you have to wait. The point is black will be forced. What is the idea? I want to go for the pawn. My idea is to come here, come here, come here, come here, take. And when you push the pawn, I am very much in control. I am very much in control. The king will come, and then come. So no problem. So king, you will now king. Now a critical moment. A critical moment. Okay, what is the critical moment? Now the point is, now you want to come here. Now you want to come 1, 2, 3. But the correct move is to come this way. This way. This is the correct approach. King A1 is correct. The point is, after King A1, he will push now Zugzwang. Otherwise, he will start pushing. Now he will push because you are now threatening to come, so he has to push. Now if you come here, come, and now this is too late. This is too late now. King into pawn. Now I will come here. Catch the pawn. So the point is, King A1 puts black into Zugzwang. And now King A2. So push, enough. I return. Now I want to mate with my pawns. I want to mate with my pawns. So king, king, now king, now pawn, king. I am very much in the square. The king is in the square of the pawn. So there is no problem. I mean, this is the square. The square is this. You have to stay in the square and then operate. Pawn push. Now pawn push. Now you stay in the square. Now I will leave the square. Now I will leave. This is the square right there. This is the square. But now white king has to leave the square. Otherwise you cannot advance. So this is a theme. Push, check, check, king, mate, check, mate. So this is one. I leave the square. The first thing you have to force the pawn. You have to force this pawn. This is the point. You must force this pawn. This is why I wait. Okay. Now this is not forcing. I will come here. Now if you come like this, it is not a good idea because I can also push. Now if you take it, maybe my pawn is now where? I can go to sixth. King, now king, both will queen. That is why one tempo was necessary to push the king. Here, this is necessary. Zugzwang now. I hope you understand the thing. The king has to come, waiting move at a1, then go to a2. All right. One more diagram. Then I will take you to the two whatever top, you know. Hello, Chris Panwar. After the diagram, I will discuss that Goring Gambit. You want the Goring Gambit? I will discuss. What is that? Not Goring Gambit. Dennis Gambit. So here, white to play in pawn ending, you have to save maximum tempi. यानी कि आपके पास एक्स्ट्रा मूव रहना चाहिए. So the correct move here. What is the correct move? A3. A3. Because I am having option. I am having an option of B4, A4. So he will play waiting moves. King. Now you have to make one by one. You have to, if you move the king, it's no use. pawn push. This is the difficult move. Now, normally players will play some king move. Normally will play king c3, king e3. But it is a very difficult move, giving the pawn. This is the only move that draws. In the actual game, it did not happen. In the actual game, he played king c3 and lost the game. This is losing. I think it's draw only, not losing. It's a draw only. The reason is black can take the pawn and go back to the square. And this is a rook pawn. Draw. But actually in the game, this is draw, but actually this is the correct move. Here b4. What happened? Now b4. And white wins. सब खा जाएगा, सारे खा जाएगा. Okay, okay. What I will say, what is my trap is Stafford Gambit. I can't play match with you because my stream is going on. I cannot play match. Stafford Gambit is not the great move. Okay, you can play during live chess. If I come on live chess, you can play with me or chess.com. What is happening here? Erase. Now this Stafford e4, e4, e5, e4, e5, nf3, nc6, bc4, nf6. Now castle. Now knight e4, something. Now this is offering a pawn, knight c3. Is this what you mean? I don't know. In open games, a quick castling is required. So knight into pawn, knight c3 is okay. Okay, that king fianchetto I will discuss at the end, but let me finish the studies. It is important. I will finish the studies, then king fianchetto. Dennis gambit like this. This is Dennis gambit. Now return the pawn. Black has to return the pawn, otherwise black is in trouble. He cannot play knight f6. So, and this is too passive. It is just bad. So, you have to return the pawn. Now, knight into pawn or pawn into pawn. And in that case, this is very smooth. Now, knight f6 can come and you have got lead in development. With the coming here. So, this is okay. And now, pawn into pawn, knight into pawn. On this, okay, no. I think bishop c4. This is further offering the material. So take. Now this take knight f6. Take. Now queen into check. Queen has to come back. Now this is nothing. 5 pawns each. This is not any something very serious. So this it is okay against weaker players. They will not return the material. So this is okay. So all right. I will first do some studies. King h5, queen b4, king h5, and black king should be somewhere king h1, I think. Yeah. Then queen b4. Okay. And now queen c3, queen, king, uh, bishop c1, knight f7, b7, c6, d7. I guess this is for then g4, g5. 4. And black in D2, in E4, C7 pawn, F2 and G7. One more pawn. Yeah, I guess this is it. And it is white to play. If I finish these games, I will discuss Stafford Gambit and what King Fianchetto first. What should white do? Okay, find out. I will be back. No, 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 no. Gaurang Jivjani. Good morning. The point is now white wants to give mate. The black white king is so bad, the knight check will give a mate. Suppose there is a knight checkmate. So white now diverts the knight. There is a mate threat here. There is a mate threat here. So divert the knight. You have to take it. Now there is no other way. You have to take it. Because apart from I am defending, white also giving a threat. So you take it. This is the diagram. Finally, you have to play only move. This is the, I would say, exclamation mark. Now knight into c3. How should white play? Queen d5 does not work. Now this is not, it will fail. Queen d5 does not work because again you have got another pass pawn. So queen d5 will not solve the problem. Mate threat comes. Suppose you play queen into, I will play knight into. Now mate bacha. Now I will make another knight. No, no, no. I will make it a knight. This is a knight and no stopping. After that, I promote knight and knight mate. So queen into d5 does not work. The correct move is to play queen c3. Queen c3. You have to take it. Now, whereas you should see under promotion. This will become a knight under promotion. Obviously, white will try to do because now that there is no mate threat, so you should promote quickly. But again, the correct move is to make a bishop. If you make a queen, it is bad. Stalemate. Now, if you make a queen, it is will be stalemate. So, suppose you make a queen, the problem is he will play nc3. Now, if you make queen, now queen, now he will play knight. You take queen into pawn, he will play knight. This is a knight. I think I have to go back again. Cancel. Maybe I delete. So nc3 d8 queen knight. Now here queen into c7. I will make it a knight. Why it is not happening? This is under promotion. I will make it a knight. Now you come. It is not working. I think I made a mistake. I made a mistake. The position I should have brought this knight, other knight. I should set up the position again. I should set up the position once again. Okay, king h5, king h1, and bishop c1, queen b4, bc1, queen b4, and now knight f7, and then pawns 1, 2, 3. There is a knight. This position is white to play. So white has to sacrifice the queen, and you take. Now you make it a bishop. The correct move is a bishop. No, I will have to. This is now. I don't know. It is forcing the queen. I want to make it a bishop. Bishop, and it is black to play now. So black will now give a threat. Black now will give a threat. Knight. Now bishop takes pawn. Knight. Again it is becoming queen. I have to make it a knight. And white to play. Now he will defend with this. Now again I give a threat. Now three knights giving a threat here. Mate. Suppose you make a queen, it is a stalemate. Suppose you make a queen, I will give a check, you take. I will take a check, you take. Now I give a check, you take. It is a stalemate. That is why there should be a bishop here, not a queen. You understand? Now it is a stalemate, black king. That is why you don't make a queen. You have to make a bishop here. third under promotion in the game. Now here you should make it a bishop. Black to play. And now white wins. Because now there is no stalemate. Take whatever you do. Check. Black to play, no? I made it. Now you take a check. Take check. Take check. Now winning. Because there is no stalemate. Okay. Under promotion three times. Okay, okay. I understand. Go on view and cancel. All right. So next job I will do another one. So let us say king on d7 and knight on a2, uh, knight on c1 and on c7. I guess that's it. King c5, knight a3, queen e4. Whose move it is? White to play. White to play and win. This is pretty easy because now you give a knight check, he is in danger. He cannot go to any of the white squares. Now king cannot go here because of knight fork. King cannot go to this point because of knight fork. So king cannot go. King cannot go here. Knight fork. So the king goes to b6. Only square. King wins. Now again an under promotion. The point is, if you make a queen, it is a draw. He will just give a check and queen. That is why it is necessary to make it under promotion. So I have to go to view and cancel. I have to go to view and cancel. Extra rook, reference hold. Now, what is that actually? Extra rook, notation, reference, status bar. Okay, I don't understand notation. Extra rook pen, online reference, old reference. Okay, I'll find out that. I'll find out. Okay, I'll find out. So here it is a queen. It is it is it is a knight. Now this is lost. Now you go to any of the square, any of the square, any of the square. This is losing only three square. Wherever you go, there is knight fork. You go knight fork. You go knight fork. So he gives a knight check. Now you have to go for it because you take the queen, he will take the knight and draw. If you take the queen, it is a draw, but he will give a check. Check. Oh, this is three knights wins. Three knights wins against one knight. Okay, I will do that later on. I will learn that how to promote, under promote. I don't know about it. We'll learn it later. Next, another diagram. king f5, then rook c5, e5, rook e5, bishop c5, and then a2, d3, d4, pawn a2, d3, d4, g3, and g5. Black, king h7, queen h8, and pawn e6, d7. Okay, so here white to play. I guess I guess I have made a mistake here. This should be pawn here. Yeah, this position is white to play. We have to take advantage of this bad king situation. That means when you give a check, he cannot go down. It's checkmate. So this is the main point. Now you give a check, king cannot go down. So only move. Now it is very important and logical that you should give a mate threat here. So the next move is forced. Idea, he want to give a mate. But black has a resource. Because he has an advanced pawn, he can divert the queen, I mean bishop, by giving a check. He will take, and now he pushes. White to play and win. Chess becomes very easy when you know so lot of themes and you should know which theme to apply in which diagram. What is the theme here? The theme here is to force a king pawn endgame. White can win only by forcing a king pawn endgame. All this is forced. This check, king is forced. Now pawn push, bishop mate threat. There is a mate threat. I should give red actually. I should give mate threat. So queen diverts the bishop. Now I push the pawn. So what would you do? No, 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 no. Vires, no, Vires, not bishop g7, not bishop g. I want you to force a king pawn endgame. The pawn is queening here. The pawn is queening. What is the strength of white? White has to give a check in the diagonal. White gives a check, the black king in danger. Yes, rook e1. Birabhadra, congratulations. Congratulations. You take, now bishop comes here with a mate threat. Mate threat on f4. So there is no choice. He has to give some check. Now bishop check. Now takes it. Only move. And now a king pawn endgame comes. And winning the game. Now king into. Now king into pawn. Pawn into. Pawn into pawn. And now you are faster. The a4 will win. So it is important that you need to know certain themes. Under promotion, okay, this is one. Stalemate possibility, two. And mating net, three. Stalemate, mating net, under promotion, domination, four. Okay. Then building a fortress, five. And then space clearance, six. Creation of pass pawn, seven. Triangulation, यानी कि pass the move to opponent, eight. And then placement of king, running race, race, nine. And then you need to know some certain themes. That's all. So here, forcing a king pawn end. Winning. Now whatever you do, this is too much. Okay. All right. Very well. Next diagram. So I go to the next diagram. So here, king c1, bishop b2, rook b2, nb4, and pawn b3, f6, g2, black, a6, b6, g5, h6, rook e6. और कोई रह गया? nb7. That's it, I guess. Yeah, that's it, and it is white to play and win. White wins. कैसे जीतेगा white? No. Whereas ND5 does not work because rook check, and now rook here. It doesn't work. I'm giving a threat, and knight is coming. So ND5 does not work. On the side, this is the correct move. Good move. Who said that? On the side. Rook f6, rook f2. Good move. After rook into rook, the point is now the knight, it comes check, check. So it comes like this. So give a check, only square. Give a check, whatever you do. Okay. Or you go to this point, doesn't matter. Enough. Well played. Very well done on their side. F7. Exclamation I should give. Only move to win. If you play other moves like rook f2 does not work. Rook f2 does not work. अब ये आ जाएगा, दे देगा मैं नाइट. I will sacrifice the knight. So or you come ND5, then in that case threatening pawn push. लेकिन rook check आ जाएगा. Rook check is draw. If you come here, I will exchange, and now you attack the rook. I come, knight attacked, everything draw. So correct move f7, take, knight check, knight check, knight. Very well. Next. So rook a1, knight e4, pawn g6. Rook d5. Rook e8. I guess this is the position. And d4 e5. It is white to play and win. White to play and win. These things will analyze will definitely help you to improve your imagination in chess and the certain themes also. White to play and win. So Viresh says G7. Logical, because the last pawn is gone, it's a draw. Last pawn. So the point is king cannot come. When you play king here, he will queen. And then there is a knight check and winning. That means G7 is only move and he stops. Okay, what will you do now? Huh? ऐसा जीतेगा? वीरेश says knight G5 check. ठीक है भाई, किंग आया. Ramakrishna says rook F1. No, this is up till now Viresh is correct. Up till now. No, no, no rook G1. No rook G1. This is the correct move. Knight check is correct. The only move. No, no rook F1. Rook F1 is nothing. The last pawn. ये लास्ट pawn जला गया, कुछ नहीं होगा. और F1 में वो किंग इनको मार देगा, ड्रॉ. You need to spot the weak point. White is winning only because the rook is trapped. The rook is trapped. So, not rook F1. Knight into. Now, if you play king takes pawn, the king here, the rook is trapped. The knight is watching the square. The king is watching. That means, if you take king into, king c6 trap. That means आपको knight को मारना पड़ेगा. Now, rook check. Because I want to attack the rook, but I need to cover the square. So, give a check. Force. Now, give a check. Take. And now, trapped. Finish. So, G7, good move. Very well played. Vires. And now, only move knight. Then knight check. And then knight into. अभी pawn into नहीं चलेगा. You take pawn into, king into, trap. So, knight into, king into मारेंगे. Check. Now, check, only move. Check, only move. Trap. You need to spot the weak point. The whole question is, this is the weak point. No mobility. Lack of mobility of the rook loses the game. इसीलिए हमको हमेशा सेफ जगह में और इफेक्टिव जगह में पीसेस को ओपनिंग में Capablanca says develop the pieces to the safe and effective squares. So ineffectively placed. Okay, next. Clear the board. In B6, 98, King E5, then Queen A8, then B3, F5, H7. So white to play and win. I think I made a mistake. This should be here. Yeah, then only you win. White to play and win. which is the most ungrabbable pawn ever grabbed and still win in chess. For white, the normally a7 pawn is the worst or h7 pawn is worst. Normally a7 pawn. So reverse black for a2 pawn because that is the worst pawn. Okay, find out white to play and win. The theme is creating a mating net. Creating a mating net with little material is the theme. No, not queen c5 check. Not working. You create a mating net. Mating net. Yes, in knight endgame, rook pawn is a monster. In the knight versus rook pass rook pawn is too dangerous against a knight. Not queen d6 check. No, no, no. The point is this check wins. The king cannot go to this square because of the fork. So this brings only square. The only move. King cannot go. So only move. But then white is winning. Mating net. Mating net. Yes. Not queen e3. Your notation is wrong. Queen c3. Whereas notation should wrong. Queen c3. Idea knight mate. Knight mate. King cannot escape. If you go here, knight fork is there. So the only move divert. Now he will play only move. क्या करेगा? Pawn check देगा. Pawn check देगा. Now king will come somewhere. Now pawn check. King pawn will push. And now anyway knight check wins. Knight check wins the king. Lost. Whatever you do, it is lost. So you will do push the pawn, king. Now make a room. But now not this knight check, but other knight checkmates. First move queen e3. Queen e3 does not work. Queen e3, the move is forced somewhere. Am I put like this? No, no, no. You want to play queen e3. Queen e3. Yeah, I've set it wrongly maybe. ये तो क्वीन चला जाएगा. Oh, उसको मैंने wrong set किया है. I've set it wrongly. Okay, right. No, no, no. Queen e4 is coming. Yes, yes, queen e4. This is on the side. Queen e4 comes. So queen f6 is correct move, forcing the move, and now there is a mate threat. There is a mate threat, forcing the move, and now making a room. Now knight check is mate, so he makes a room, but then this knight check mate. Or you lose the queen. Queen. Not mate, you lose the queen. Okay. So clear the board. White to play and win. White to play and win. I want to finish this some quickly, some 5 6 positions more. White wins. Mating net. Black king is a mating net में आ जाएगा. Either mating net or you lose the queen. या तो queen नहीं तो mate. Examine a check. Examine queen or king. Mate या queen. So knight check. Now if your king goes here, this is a check and winning the queen. I will now win the queen. King cannot come. Suppose you come here. Now queen. That means only move. Only move. Only move. No, knight check is correct move. Now king cannot go to e4. If king e4, queen check wins. So only move. But then queen h3 check. Now these are all guarded squares. So you have to go down. Take. Only down. Now check. So you cannot go down. Queen is lost. So only move. Check. Now if you go here, queen check and then queen check winning. So you have to take the knight. So check. Now check. No, you will take the knight. In this case, check. Now it is easy win. Check. And now you know. Check. You come here, it is a mate. Check and checkmate. Sorry, checkmate. And now if you go down, mate. So the whole point is, even though material is equal, having the move is a treasure in chess. And that too, coordination of queen and knight. You know, everything hinges whose move it is. Queen and knight is a wonderful pair. So this is the correct check and forced check, forced check, forced check, forced check, check and winning. Clear the board. Now king d5, king g5, queen a5, and d2, queen g1, knight s7 on g4. That's it. White to play and win. White wins the game. It is very strange. You know, basically, it means normally a player will think it white to play and draw. But even though black has extra pawn, but white has the move, and white wins the game. Workout. This is not that easy. Workout. One second, please. Send this. Otherwise, they will have problem in the next class. Okay. No, I cannot play. Pro play, Pro play. I cannot play with you now because my stream is going on. I can play when you come on live chess sometime. Not king e6. Very strange. It is winning. Okay, I will must tell you. Now, one more answer. No knight e4 check. No, no. This knight f3 check wins. Very strange, but this is the winning. No other move. Now, knight check wins again. Because after you take this, the queen g8, the king cannot go to the squares because of check. So king cannot go here also. In this case, he will give a check. King here also loses. Queen check. Next, queen check winning. The queen is gone. So you cannot go to g4 or f4. King f5 bad move. So any of the square it is lost. All three squares are bad. Only move. Only move king. King. But in this case, now queen b8 check. Now the point is you cannot go to these squares. These squares. These squares are gone. All this is losing. The only move is this. The point is white does not care. I mean black does not care losing the queen and knight because he has a pass pawn. Now the critical moment. It is a critical moment. F3, GF3. When you give a check, no, queen F4 is blocked. I mean, when you give a check, this is the only move. क्या है? Only move. Only move. Block. Only move. But then check. Now, naturally, what happens? General psychology will take the knight with check. It is wrong. This is not correct. This is a draw. No more win. Now you take. This is draw only. Cannot win the game. No time. You cannot win. You come here, cannot win. So the correct move is here, not much mechanical and natural, but in b6 check. This wins. The point is the stalemate possibility. Now you come here, you take, you come here, I give a check. Now you come here, the king will come quickly. So this is the point. The knight is there on the board. Knight is there on the board. Now you come here, I will give a check. Now you come, attack. Now come, and now king comes. Now check. Now if you come, I take it. There is not a stalemate. That is why he did not take the knight with check. That is the reason the knight is left alive. And if you come here, then king is winning. Winning. So this is a lovely move, knight check. Knight check, beautifully played. And check, only square. You go here, lose. You go here, lose. You go king f5, queen f8 and winning next. Queen, the only move. Then check, check, the only move. Now this is the lovely move. This is the one wins. Winning. And now this check will win the game. So the whole point is, it is you need to know about knowledge of sub pawn so that the stalemate possibility and the correct check. Actually, it is not easy to sacrifice the knight, but this will give you idea. Okay, and because the knight on the board, it makes all the difference. All right. So I go to the next one. Okay. Now king e3, clear the board. White king on e3 and white queen h3, g8, knight g5, pawn a3, a4. And now rook f7, d6, c6. This position is white to play and win. The point is actually I have shown you some positions already which comes a part of the analysis from this question. When you are looking for a solution, you will reach a diagram which I have showed you already. White wins. White to play and win. I already showed the solution very similar to this position. Yes. Who is coming that? Who is coming that on the side? Knight e4 check. Now a king here mate. If you come here, it is a checkmate. So only move. Only move. But then knight check. This is the point. This is the point. Marna padega. The queen is under attack. So you have to take it. Now queen check. If you play rook, this is a checkmate. It will lead to checkmate. It will lead or not checkmate queen. It will not lead. Now queen is gone. So if you take my knight, queen check, only forcing, queen check, and now forcing, queen is gone. That is why he will not take it. He will not take queen check. Maybe he will come. Whatever it is lost. That means he lost it. So check, he will come king. But in this case, queen check. You cannot go back. Queen check, c4 wins. The only move. The queen check. Only move. Check. Picking up the queen. So any four forces everything. Forces. King b4, Queen c1, Bishop a5, Knight c5, Pawn f5. Then Queen d6, Rook f6, Pawn b7. I guess that's it. White to play and win. I'll make this last position and then maybe king pawn. Where is Vires is not there. No, no. What is Mohit stream? We wanted to know King Fianchetto. So he is not there. I will discuss tomorrow. So there is no class in the afternoon today. I have got some important appointment. So I will do tomorrow morning 9:30. I will resume. The next class will be tomorrow morning 9:30. White to play and win. I have showed you a similar position. I guess I showed you day before yesterday. Same position but little slight change. How does white win here? Force win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Winning. Okay. All right. Now the time is running out. The point is coordination of queen and knight. Abhi a knight is under pin. So you break the pin. Knight is under pin, you break the pin. Forced. Now the queen and knight is free. So knight check wins. You have to take. Now you cannot move the king. Queen exchange and pick up the rook. So you are forced to take. Forced to take. Now queen check. You cannot take the pawn. Queen check wins. That means you are forced to come. Forced to come. Queen d3 check. You are forced to support. Queen C4 check, B5 check, and now this check is a mate. Mate. So whatever you do, it is lost. I can do this check also. Now if you come here, it is a mate, and if you go this queen check, and then there is a mate. So king f5 losing to queen check, and you play kd5, queen d3 check. Okay, forced to support queen, queen c4 check. It is a bad move, queen b5. King c7 will come. So check. Here it is a mate, checkmate, and here it is check, checkmate, check, checkmate. So with this, I would like to leave the class, and I will discuss. Somebody asked me Stafford Gambit. You know this e4, e5, nf3, nc6, bc4, and knight f6, knight e5. No, 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 no. Here, uh, bc4, nf6, nc3. Now here some knight into pawn. This is the Stafford Gambit, no? Because knight to knight and he castles. So here black is a pawn up, but white has more development. Maybe I should take this way. White has more development. So these are not, open games. You must develop quickly. All these are very trappy moves. And now some Mohit stream asked, what about King Fianchetto? So this I will discuss tomorrow morning. King Fianchetto and what is Stafford Gambit also I will discuss how to play against the Stafford Gambit. All right. So thank you very much, friends. I will have next class tomorrow morning 9:30. Today afternoon no class. सबको नमस्कार. Take care.